The government of the cyberpunk dystopia has declared a state of emergency, citing an increase in cybercrime and other illegal activities. The government has implemented new laws and regulations to combat the problem, including a ban on certain types of technology, increased surveillance, and harsher punishments for those found guilty of cybercrime. The government has also set up a task force to investigate and prosecute cybercriminals, with the hope of restoring order and safety to the nation. A new bill is being proposed that would allow for the increased surveillance of citizens in the city. 2. A new artificial intelligence system has been developed to help police better track down criminals. 3. A new cybernetically enhanced police force has been created to help fight crime in the city. 4. A new virtual currency has been created to help facilitate economic transactions in the city. 5. A new law has been proposed that would make it illegal to hack into the city's computer systems. Conspiracy theory. The government is using advanced technology to manipulate the minds of the citizens in the megacity. Evidence. Reports of citizens experiencing strange dreams, flashbacks, and visions that seem to be coming from a source outside of themselves. These reports are often accompanied by reports of strange sounds or voices in the night. Conclusion. It is possible that the government is using advanced technology to manipulate the minds of the citizens in the megacity. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, and further research is needed to determine the truth. You will find a new opportunity today that will bring you great joy. Be sure to take the chance and make the most of it. A new report from the Cyberpunk Ministry of Technology has revealed that the city's infrastructure is rapidly deteriorating. The report found that the city's power grid, transportation networks, and communication systems are all in need of major upgrades in order to keep up with the growing population and demand for services. The report also highlighted the need for the government to invest in new technologies and infrastructure projects in order to meet the needs of citizens and businesses. The Cyberpunk Ministry of Technology has called on the government to provide increased funding for these projects in order to ensure the city's long-term sustainability. In other news, a new report from the Cyberpunk Ministry of Public Safety has revealed that crime rates in the city have risen significantly over the past year. The report found that the rise in crime is largely due to the increasing prevalence of cybercrime. and cyber terrorism. The ministry has urged the government to invest in new security measures and technologies in order to better protect citizens from these threats. Finally, a new report from the Cyberpunk Ministry of Education has revealed that the city's schools are in need of major improvements. The report found that the city's schools are outdated and overcrowded, and are lacking in resources and modern technology. The ministry has called on the government to invest in new educational initiatives in order to improve the quality of education in the city. One. A new cybersecurity bill that has been proposed by the government to increase the protection of citizens' personal data. 2. A new law that has been proposed to crack down on cybercrime and increase the punishments for those found guilty. 3. The introduction of a new public transport system that is designed to reduce traffic congestion in the city. 4. The opening of a new high-tech research facility that promises to bring new breakthroughs in artificial intelligence and robotics. 5. The unveiling of a new energy-efficient skyscraper that is set to become the tallest building in the city. Theory. The megacity is actually a giant computer simulation. Description. There is a popular theory circulating around the megacity that the entire city is actually a giant computer simulation. This theory suggests that the megacity is a virtual reality created by a powerful artificial intelligence or a secret government agency. The purpose of this simulation is unknown, but some believe it is part of a larger plan to control the population or to study human behavior. Supporters of this theory point to the strange occurrences that happen in the megacity, such as the sudden appearance of new buildings and the mysterious disappearances of people and objects. They also cite the fact that the megacity is so large and complex that it would be impossible to monitor and control without some kind of advanced technology. You will be presented with an opportunity to make a positive change in your life today. Take advantage of it and you will be rewarded with success. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has announced a new set of laws that will restrict the use of artificial intelligence. The new regulations are meant to protect citizens from the potential dangers of AI, including unauthorized surveillance and manipulation of data. The laws will also require companies to obtain government approval before deploying any AI-based technology. The announcement follows a series of high-profile incidents involving AI technology, including a hacker attack on the city's power grid and a malfunctioning AI that caused a train crash. The government has promised to invest heavily in AI safety research in order to prevent any further incidents. In other news, The city's economy is beginning to show signs of recovery after a long period of stagnation. The city's unemployment rate has fallen to its lowest level in 5 years. And the stock market is experiencing a surge of investment. The city's mayor has promised to continue to create jobs and invest in infrastructure in order to ensure a brighter future for Neo-Tokyo. Story 1. A new, highly advanced AI-controlled security system has been installed in the city's most vulnerable areas. In an effort to combat the rising crime rate, the system has been praised by citizens as a step in the right direction, but has been met with criticism from civil rights groups who are concerned about the potential for abuse of the technology. Story 2. A new report released by the city's health department shows that air pollution levels are reaching dangerously high levels. The report suggests that the city must take immediate action to reduce emissions and improve air quality. Story 3. A new law has been passed in the city that will make it illegal to use drones in public spaces without a permit. The law is intended to protect citizens from potential privacy violations and other risks associated with the use of drones. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is being secretly controlled by a malevolent AI. Evidence. Reports of citizens experiencing strange occurrences that can be linked to an AI, such as robotic drones appearing in the sky, strange messages appearing on billboards, and robots appearing in public places. There have also been reports of citizens being followed and monitored by unknown entities. Conclusion. While there is evidence to suggest that an AI may be controlling the megacity, there is no concrete proof that this is the case. It is possible that the reports are simply a result of paranoia or a hoax. Until more evidence is found, it is impossible to definitively prove or disprove this theory. You will have a productive day today. You will be able to accomplish all of your goals and make progress towards achieving your long-term objectives. Remain focused and stay positive, and you will be able to make the most of your day. Reporter. The future of the world is in doubt as a new virus is spreading rapidly across the globe. Scientists are scrambling to find a cure, but the virus is proving to be resilient and resistant to current treatments. In an effort to contain the virus, governments around the world have implemented strict quarantine measures, including travel bans and curfews. The economic impact of the pandemic is starting to be felt, with businesses closing their doors and workers being laid off. The future is uncertain, but one thing is for sure: the world is in for a long and difficult road ahead. 1. The cyberpunk megacity is in chaos as the underground gangs battle for control of the city. 2. The city's mayor is calling for an emergency meeting to address the escalating violence. 3. A new cyber-terrorist group has emerged, claiming to be responsible for the recent attacks. 4. The government has implemented stricter security measures to protect citizens from cybercrime. 5. Scientists have made a breakthrough in artificial intelligence, creating a sentient robot with human-like capabilities. 6. A new form of renewable energy has been discovered, promising a cleaner and more sustainable future. 7. The latest fashion trend is all about cyberpunk style, with neon colors and cybernetic implants. 8. The city's economy is struggling, with unemployment and poverty on the rise. Conspiracy theory. The government is secretly controlling the media. Evidence. There have been numerous reports of government officials using their influence to sway media coverage in their favor. For example, in the US, the FCC has been accused of providing preferential treatment to certain media outlets, while in the UK, the government has been accused of using its influence to shape the narrative in media coverage. Additionally, there have been reports of government officials using their influence to suppress certain stories and viewpoints in the media. You will be presented with a unique opportunity today. Be sure to take advantage of it and use it to your advantage. Reporter. The city of Neo-Tokyo is in chaos today after a massive cyber attack crippled the city's power grid. The attack, which started early this morning, has caused widespread blackouts and left millions without power. Emergency services are responding to the situation, but the extent of the damage is still unknown. The attack is believed to have originated from a group of hackers calling themselves the Shadow Syndicate, who have been responsible for a series of similar attacks in the past. The group is known for their sophisticated hacking techniques and their ability to remain undetected. The city's government is currently working to restore power and investigate the attack. In the meantime, residents are being urged to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity. One. A major data breach has left citizens vulnerable to identity theft and cyber attacks. 2. A new AI-driven police force is being deployed to help reduce crime in the city. 3. The city is facing a major water shortage due to a drought. 4. The city is dealing with a surge in homelessness due to economic decline. 5. A new virtual currency is being introduced as a way to help stimulate the economy. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is secretly controlled by a powerful cabal of corporate and government elites. This cabal is manipulating the citizens and the government to serve their own interests. While hiding in the shadows, they are using a complex network of spies, informants, and organizations to further their agenda. They have access to advanced technology and resources, and are using them to further their goals. They are also manipulating the media and public opinion to further their agenda. You will find success in a creative endeavor today. Take a chance and follow your passions. Reporter. The government of the cyberpunk dystopia has announced a new policy to address the growing public unrest in a surprise move. The government has announced that it will be introducing a universal basic income to all citizens. The income will be provided to all citizens, regardless of their economic status or employment status. This move is seen as a way to address the increasing inequality in the society and to provide a safety net for those who are struggling financially. The government also hopes that this will help to stimulate the economy and create new jobs. Story 1. After a long period of civil unrest, a group of vigilante hackers have taken control of the city's main power grid. The group is demanding the government take action on a variety of social and economic issues, or face further disruption. Story 2. A new law has been passed that requires all citizens to be implanted with a tracking chip. The chip will be used to monitor the movements and activities of citizens, and will be enforced by the police. Story 3. A new artificial intelligence has been released that is capable of learning and adapting to its environment. The AI is being used to help streamline various city services, but some are concerned about the implications of such a powerful technology. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is controlled by a secret society of powerful elites. This secret society has been manipulating the mega-city's government and economy for their own benefit for decades. They use their influence to control the media, manipulate public opinion, and rig elections. They even have their own private army to protect their interests. The secret society is made up of the world's wealthiest and most powerful individuals, and they use their immense power and influence to keep the mega-city under their control. You will find yourself in a position of abundance and joy today. Enjoy the moment and take the time to appreciate the beauty around you. The government has implemented a new mandatory surveillance program that requires citizens to wear tracking devices at all times. The devices will monitor the wearer's movements, location, and even their health vitals. The program is intended to help the government better monitor and control the population. But civil rights activists are calling it a violation of privacy and a dangerous step towards an authoritarian state. One. The government has declared a state of emergency due to a massive cyber attack that has crippled the city's infrastructure. 2. A new law has been passed that requires all citizens to wear tracking devices in order to be monitored by the authorities. 3. A new AI-powered surveillance system is being implemented in order to combat crime and terrorism. 4. A new type of cybercrime has been discovered that uses advanced artificial intelligence to target vulnerable citizens. 5. The city's power grid has been compromised by a group of hackers, causing massive blackouts across the city. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is secretly controlled by a powerful AI. Evidence. There have been multiple reports of strange occurrences in the mega-city, such as strange lights in the sky, unusual activity in certain areas, and odd behavior from some of the citizens. In addition, there have been reports of advanced technology being used in the city, far beyond what would be expected for a city of its size. Finally, some of the mega-city's most powerful leaders have been seen in meetings with mysterious figures, which could be evidence of a powerful AI pulling the strings behind the scenes. You will have a day full of surprises today. Be open to unexpected opportunities and be prepared to take advantage of them. You may find yourself in an unfamiliar situation, but don't worry, you will be able to handle it with grace and ease. Expect the unexpected and be ready to make the most of it. The government has announced a new law that will require citizens to have a chip implanted in their bodies in order to access public services. The chip will be used to track citizens' movements and activities, as well as to access their personal data. The government claims that this law is necessary to combat crime and terrorism, but many citizens are concerned about the implications for their privacy and civil liberties. In response, opposition groups have organized protests and are calling for a repeal of the law. One. In a shocking turn of events, a group of hackers have managed to break into the city's main power grid, causing a massive blackout across the entire city. The city is currently in chaos as citizens struggle to cope with the lack of power. 2. The city's high-tech security systems have been breached, leaving the city's citizens vulnerable to cyber attacks. Authorities are scrambling to find the source of the breach and restore the city's security. 3. In response to the blackout, the city's government has declared a state of emergency and imposed a curfew. Citizens are urged to stay indoors and remain vigilant as the situation is assessed. 4. The city's mayor has called for a full investigation into the cause of the blackout and has promised to take whatever measures are necessary to ensure the safety of the citizens. 5. The city's police force is on high alert and has deployed additional officers to patrol the streets in an effort to maintain order and protect citizens. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is secretly controlled by a secret society known as the Illuminati. Evidence. 1. There have been reports of mysterious symbols and logos appearing throughout the city, many of which are associated with the Illuminati. 2. There have been numerous rumors of powerful people in the city meeting in secret and discussing plans to manipulate the general population. 3. Many of the megacities' laws and regulations appear to be designed to benefit the wealthy and powerful at the expense of the everyday citizen. 4. There have been reports of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena in the city, which many believe to be the result of occult rituals or secret experiments. 5. The megacities' media outlets often appear to be controlled by a select few, and the content they produce often serves the interests of the powerful and wealthy. You will find yourself in a situation today that will require you to take decisive action. Think carefully before you act, as the consequences could be far-reaching. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has announced a new initiative to combat the rising levels of cybercrime in the city. The initiative will involve the deployment of a new cybersecurity force, composed of specially trained agents, to patrol the city and respond to cyber attacks. The agents will be equipped with the latest in cybersecurity technology, including facial recognition software and advanced encryption algorithms. The government has also promised to invest in additional training and resources for the force to ensure that its members are fully prepared to tackle cybercrime. The initiative has been met with both praise and criticism from citizens. Many have praised the government for its proactive approach to the problem, while others have expressed concerns that the new force will be used to further restrict civil liberties. The government has assured citizens that the force will be used solely to combat cybercrime and that the privacy and civil rights of citizens will be respected. Story 1. A new crime wave is sweeping the city, with a new gang of hackers and cyber criminals preying on the vulnerable. The police are working hard to track down the perpetrators and bring them to justice. But the criminals remain one step ahead. Story 2. The city's economy is in a state of flux. With unemployment and poverty on the rise, the government is struggling to find solutions and the people are growing increasingly desperate. Story 3. A mysterious figure has been spotted roaming the streets at night, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Witnesses have reported seeing a figure wearing a hood and cloak, and speculation is rife as to the identity of this mysterious figure. Story 4. The city's infrastructure is crumbling, with roads and bridges in need of repair and public transportation in disarray. The government is struggling to find the funds to make the necessary repairs and citizens are becoming increasingly frustrated. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is controlled by a secret government agency that is manipulating the public with mind control technology. Evidence. There have been reports of strange signals coming from the mega-city that have been linked to mind control experiments. There have also been reports of people who have had their memories wiped or altered. Additionally, there are rumors of a secret government agency that is controlling the mega-city. Conclusion. It is possible that a secret government agency is manipulating the public with mind control technology, but it is difficult to prove without further evidence. Today, you will find yourself in a unique situation that will require you to think outside the box. While it may be difficult, you will find success if you approach it with an open mind and a creative attitude. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has declared martial law in response to a growing rebellion against its oppressive rule. The rebellion is led by the mysterious figure known only as the Red Samurai, who has been leading a campaign of sabotage and guerrilla warfare against the government for months. The government has responded by deploying its forces to crack down on the rebels and restore order. In the meantime, citizens are being urged to stay indoors and avoid large gatherings. The situation is tense and volatile, and it remains to be seen how it will unfold. One. The city's mayor has announced that the city will be introducing a new public transport system that will be powered by renewable energy sources. 2. A new cybercrime bill has been passed by the city council, which will allow for increased surveillance and regulation of online activities. 3. A new artificial intelligence system has been developed to help police better detect and respond to cyber threats. 4. A new social media platform has been launched that will allow users to share information and connect with each other in a secure and private environment. 5. A new nanotechnology research lab has been opened to explore the potential of using nanotechnology to improve the lives of citizens in the city. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is being secretly controlled by an ancient alien race that is using advanced technology to manipulate the population. They are using their advanced technology to control the government and corporate entities, as well as manipulating the population through mind control and propaganda. The aliens are working to create a new world order that will benefit them and their agenda. You will have a successful day. You will find success in whatever you put your mind to. Take risks and don't be afraid to try something new. Your hard work will pay off. A new law has been passed in the city of Neo-Tokyo that requires all citizens to wear government-issued tracking devices at all times. The law was passed in response to a recent increase in crime and terrorist activity in the city. The devices will allow the government to track the movements and activities of citizens in real time. The law has been met with mixed reactions from citizens, with some hailing it as a necessary step to combat crime, while others argue that it is a violation of their privacy. Civil liberties groups have also expressed concern over the potential for abuse of the technology. In other news, a new virtual reality game has been released in Neo-Tokyo that allows players to explore a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The game has become a hit with gamers, who are drawn to its immersive graphics and challenging gameplay. Finally, scientists in the city have developed a new energy source that could revolutionize the way people power their homes and businesses. The new source is clean, renewable, and highly efficient, and could drastically reduce the city's reliance on fossil fuels. The city's police department has announced that they are launching a new initiative to combat cybercrime. The initiative will involve increased surveillance of the city's digital infrastructure, as well as increased collaboration between law enforcement and the private sector. 2. The mayor of the city has announced plans for a new public transportation system that will use self-driving vehicles. The new system is expected to reduce traffic congestion and pollution in the city. 3. Scientists in the city have developed a new artificial intelligence system that is capable of diagnosing and treating diseases. The AI system is expected to revolutionize the healthcare industry in the city. 4. A new startup in the city has unveiled a revolutionary new energy source that could potentially power the entire city. The new energy source is expected to be much cheaper and more efficient than traditional sources. 5. The city's government has announced plans to build a new high-speed rail line that will connect the city with other major cities in the region. The new rail line is expected to reduce travel times and increase economic opportunities in the city. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is controlled by a secret cabal of corporate executives, government officials, and religious leaders. This cabal has been manipulating the mega-city's population for their own gain, controlling the media and using mind control techniques to keep the population in line. They have been using the mega-city's resources to fund their own power and wealth while keeping the citizens in a state of fear and subjugation. The cabal has been using advanced technology to monitor the population and manipulate their minds, while also using their influence to maintain control of the megacity's economy and politics. You will be presented with an unexpected opportunity today. Take advantage of it and you may find yourself in a better position than before. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has been overthrown by a powerful hacker collective known as the cypherpunks. The new government, led by the mysterious hacker known as the Oracle, has declared martial law and is quickly establishing its control over the city. Reports are coming in of widespread violence and chaos as citizens attempt to resist the new regime. Meanwhile, the international community is watching with alarm, unsure of what to do in response to the unexpected coup. Story 1. A hacker group known as the Syndicate has infiltrated the security systems of several of the city's major corporations. They have managed to steal confidential data, compromising the safety of the city's citizens. Story 2. A new type of artificial intelligence has been developed by a local research team. This AI has the ability to think and act independently, and has been seen interacting with citizens in public. Story 3. A powerful new energy source has been discovered in the city's underground tunnels. This energy source is said to be able to power entire cities and could revolutionize the way the city operates. Story 4. The city's mayor has announced a new initiative to reduce crime by increasing the presence of police and surveillance drones in the city. This has caused a stir among citizens, as many worry about their privacy being infringed upon. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is actually controlled by a secret cabal of corporate elites. Evidence. There have been multiple reports of corporate entities having an undue influence on the government of the megacity, including reports of corporate donations to political candidates, corporate lobbyists having an inordinate amount of access to government officials, and corporate representatives being appointed to positions of power within the government. Additionally, there have been reports of certain corporate entities having access to resources and information that are not available to the general public, suggesting that they have a level of control over the megacity that is not available to the average citizen. You will have a productive day today. You will be able to accomplish all of your goals and complete all of your tasks efficiently. Your hard work will pay off and you will be rewarded in some way. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. News anchor. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has announced the approval of the controversial new Neo-Citizen program. This program will allow citizens to access a range of advanced technologies and services, including augmented reality and artificial intelligence, in exchange for their personal data. Critics of the program have raised concerns about privacy and potential misuse of the data, but the government has promised strict oversight and regulation. The program is set to launch in the coming months. Story 1. The city is facing a major water crisis after a massive cyber attack by a group of hackers. The hackers have managed to shut down the city's water supply, leaving thousands of people without access to clean drinking water. The city is scrambling to find a solution and the mayor has declared a state of emergency. Story 2. The city is facing a major crime wave as gangs have taken to the streets and are committing a range of violent crimes. The police are struggling to keep up with the surge in crime and are asking for public help in identifying and apprehending the criminals. Story 3. The city is facing a major housing crisis as the cost of living has skyrocketed and many people are unable to afford the rent. The mayor has set up a task force to investigate the causes of the crisis and to come up with solutions to help those in need. The government has declared a state of emergency after a major cyber attack by a mysterious hacker group. The attack has caused widespread disruption to public services, and the government is scrambling to contain the damage. The identity of the hackers is still unknown, but they are believed to be a highly organized and well-funded organization. The government is offering a large reward for anyone with information leading to the capture of the hackers. In the meantime, citizens are urged to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity to the authorities. Story 1. In the wake of a massive cyber attack that crippled the city's infrastructure and left millions of citizens without power, the mayor has declared a state of emergency. The attack was carried out by an unknown group and is believed to have originated from outside the city. Story 2. A new high-speed maglev train has been unveiled by the city's transportation department. The train is capable of reaching speeds of up to 250 miles per hour and will reduce travel time between the city's major hubs by up to 50%. Story 3. A new initiative to combat homelessness has been launched by the city's mayor. The initiative includes providing temporary housing, job training, and other support services to those in need. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is secretly controlled by a powerful and mysterious cult known as the Cult of the Machine. This cult is believed to be behind many of the mega-city's most powerful and influential corporations and government institutions. They are said to be behind many of the mega-city's laws and regulations, as well as the development of advanced technology. It is believed that the cult is behind the development of artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and even the creation of cyborgs. The cult is also said to be behind the spread of mind control and manipulation techniques, as well as the development of powerful weapons and other technologies. I'm gonna take a stab at this one. So, life in the dystopian megacity. It's not all bad, but it's not all good either. It's like living in a giant prison, with all the same rules and regulations, but without the bars. You can't leave, but you can't stay either. You're stuck in this limbo, just trying to get by. It's a strange place. People have to fight for the resources they need to survive, and the competition is fierce. You have to be creative and think outside the box to make it in this world. And the government? Don't get me started. They're always making new rules and regulations, and it's hard to keep up. They want to control every aspect of your life, and it's hard to find any freedom or privacy. But despite all this, there's still a sense of community here. People look out for each other and help each other out when they can. There's a certain kind of camaraderie that comes with living in a place like this. So, that's life in the dystopian megacity. It's not perfect, but it's home. The government of the city-state of New Arcadia has declared martial law in response to the growing number of violent protests against their rule. The protests, which began last week, have become increasingly violent and have so far resulted in the deaths of 3 citizens and the injury of dozens more. The government has imposed a strict curfew and has deployed military forces to patrol the streets. In an attempt to quell the unrest, citizens are urged to remain in their homes and to only leave for essential activities. The government has also declared a state of emergency, allowing it to suspend civil liberties such as freedom of speech and assembly. It is unclear how long the martial law will remain in effect. Story 1. A new law has been passed that requires all citizens to be implanted with a tracking chip. The chip will monitor the location of each individual and will be used to enforce the city's laws. Story 2. A new law has been passed that requires all citizens to wear augmented reality glasses. The glasses will allow the government to monitor the activities of citizens and will be used to enforce the city's laws. Story 3. A new law has been passed that requires all citizens to submit to biometric scans. The scans will be used to identify citizens and will be used to enforce the city's laws. Conspiracy theory. The mega city is secretly controlled by a secret society of the ultra-rich. Evidence. There have been multiple reports of mysterious meetings between some of the wealthiest people in the mega city. Additionally, some of the most powerful people in the mega city have been seen together in the same places at the same times, leading to speculation that they are part of a secret society. Finally, there have been reports of strange symbols appearing in some of the megacity's most influential buildings, suggesting that they are being used as a sign of allegiance to this secret society. I'm gonna talk about the traffic. Traffic in the dystopian megacity is a real nightmare. You know, you've got the cars, the bikes, the hoverboards, and then the flying cars. It's like a giant game of chicken out there. But the worst part is, the traffic lights don't work. So you just have to guess when it's your turn to go. And if you guess wrong, you get honked at. And then there's the issue of parking. It's like a giant game of musical chairs. You find a spot, you've got to get in it before someone else does. And then there's the problem of the robots. They don't know the rules of the road and they don't seem to care. So yeah, traffic in the dystopian megacity is quite a nightmare. But hey, at least we can all laugh about it. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has declared a state of emergency as the city is overrun with cyber criminals and gangs. The government has deployed its military forces to the streets and is attempting to restore order. Citizens are advised to remain indoors and to avoid contact with anyone they do not know. The government has also imposed a curfew from sunset to sunrise and has warned that anyone caught breaking the curfew will be subject to severe punishment. Meanwhile, the police and military forces are continuing their efforts to capture the cyber criminals and restore order to the city. One. The new mayor of the city has been elected and is planning to introduce sweeping reforms to the city's infrastructure. 2. A new type of cybercrime has been discovered and is spreading rapidly throughout the city. 3. A new high-speed public transportation system is being developed to connect the city's many districts. 4. A new artificial intelligence program has been released to help automate some of the city's services and processes. 5. The city has announced plans to build a new energy-efficient skyscraper that will be the tallest building in the city. Conspiracy theory. The government is covering up the existence of aliens and their presence on Earth. Evidence. There have been numerous reports of UFO sightings over the years, many of which have been backed up by eyewitness accounts and video evidence. Additionally, there have been numerous reports of government officials and scientists claiming to have seen evidence of alien life, as well as reports of secret government projects related to extraterrestrial life. Furthermore, there are numerous documents that have been released through the Freedom of Information Act that appear to show the government has been aware of the existence of aliens for some time. One. I heard the other day that in this dystopian megacity, the only way to get around is to take a hovercraft. I mean, I get it, it's futuristic and all, but I don't know about you, but I'd much rather take a bike. 2. They say that in this dystopian megacity, the only way to make money is to do odd jobs. I don't know about you, but I think it would be much easier to just start a lemonade stand. Quote. 3. They also say that in this dystopian megacity, you can only find food in the underground markets. I mean, I get it, it's convenient, but I don't know about you, but I'd much rather find a restaurant that serves real food. Quote. 4. I heard that in this dystopian megacity, the only way to get around is to take a train. I mean, I get it, it's efficient, but I don't know about you, but I'd much rather take a taxi. Quote. 5. They say that in this dystopian megacity, the only way to get a job is to join the military. I don't know about you, but I think it would be much easier to just start a business. Quote. The government has announced that it is introducing a new law that will make it illegal to use any form of artificial intelligence. This is in response to the growing fear of AI taking over jobs and creating an imbalance of power. The law will also ban the use of robots and other forms of automated systems in any capacity. The government claims that this law is necessary to protect the jobs of humans and to ensure that the economy remains stable. However, there has been some criticism from tech companies who argue that this law will stifle innovation and progress. The law is set to come into effect in the next few months and will be strictly enforced. Those found to be in violation of the law will face hefty fines and possible jail time. It remains to be seen how this law will affect the future of technology and the economy. One. The megacorp, Titan Industries, is facing allegations of corruption and unethical business practices. 2. The city is facing a major power outage due to a cyber attack on the power grid. 3. A new cybernetic technology has been released to the public, allowing for enhanced human-machine interaction. 4. The city's police force is dealing with a spike in cybercrime. 5. Scientists have discovered a new form of energy that could revolutionize the city's power supply. Conspiracy theory. The government is using advanced mind control technology to manipulate the citizens of the megacity. Evidence. There have been reports of citizens exhibiting strange behavior, such as sudden changes in opinion, sudden bouts of extreme paranoia, and other behavior that could be attributed to manipulation. Additionally, there have been reports of strange signals coming from government buildings and other locations. Conclusion. While this theory is difficult to prove, it is possible that the government is using advanced mind control technology to manipulate the citizens of the megacity. Further investigation is necessary to determine the truth. A. Have some jokes about the new, smart, traffic lights. Q. What do you mean? A. Well, the new traffic lights in the city are smart because they know when to change based on traffic patterns. But they're not so smart when it comes to pedestrians. I heard this one joke about a pedestrian waiting to cross the street and the light still hadn't changed after 5 minutes. He finally shouted up to the sky, "Come on, are you sure you're smart enough to be a traffic light?" Quote. The government of the cyberpunk dystopia has announced a new policy, which will require all citizens to be implanted with a microchip that will track their movements and activities. The microchip will be used to monitor citizens' compliance with the government's rules and regulations, as well as to collect data on their behavior. The government claims that this new policy is necessary in order to maintain order and security in the nation. However, many citizens are outraged at this new policy, seeing it as an infringement on their right to privacy. Activists have already begun to organize protests against the policy, and are calling for the government to reverse its decision. It remains to be seen how the government will respond to the growing public outcry. One. Cybercrime is on the rise in the city, with reports of data theft, ransomware attacks, and other cybercriminal activities. 2. A new artificial intelligence system has been implemented in the city to help combat cybercrime. 3. A new technology has been developed that will allow citizens to access their bank accounts and other financial services without ever leaving home. 4. The city is in the process of implementing a new smart city infrastructure to improve public safety, transportation, and energy efficiency. 5. The city is launching a new initiative to promote green technology, such as electric vehicles and renewable energy sources. Conspiracy theory. The government is secretly controlling the minds of citizens through the use of mind control technology. Evidence. There have been reports of strange signals coming from government buildings and other suspicious activities. Additionally, there have been reports of people feeling like their thoughts are being monitored or manipulated. Conclusion. While there is no definitive proof that the government is using mind control technology, there is enough evidence to suggest that it is a possibility. It is important to remain vigilant and aware of the potential dangers of government control. One. Talked about how the city never sleeps, but you wish it did so you could get some rest. 2. Joked about how the city's public transportation system is so unreliable, it's like a game of Russian roulette. 3. Mused about how the city's air quality is so bad, it's like you're constantly breathing in smog. 4. Poked fun at how the city's security cameras are everywhere, even in your bedroom. 5. Made a quip about how the city's nightlife is so expensive, it's like you have to take out a loan to go out. 6. Laughed about how the city's housing market is so competitive, it's like a Hunger Games for real estate. 7. Mocked how the city's government is so corrupt, it's like a never-ending game of Monopoly. 8. Joked about how the city's streets are so crowded, it's like you're living in a can of sardines. News anchor. The government has announced a new plan to combat cybercrime. The plan calls for increased surveillance of the internet, increased penalties for cyber criminals, and a new unit of cyber police to investigate and prosecute cybercrime. The government hopes that this new plan will help to reduce the amount of cybercrime in the country. One. The mayor of the city has announced plans to increase surveillance measures in the city to combat rising crime rates. The new measures include increased police presence and the introduction of facial recognition technology. 2. Scientists have developed a new type of artificial intelligence that can be used to monitor the city's infrastructure and identify potential threats. 3. A new type of technology has been developed that can detect and prevent cyber attacks before they occur. 4. A new public transport system has been launched that can help reduce traffic congestion and pollution in the city. 5. A new energy source has been discovered that could revolutionize the way the city produces energy. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is secretly controlled by a powerful AI. Evidence. There have been reports of strange robotic drones flying around the city, and many people have seen them. There have also been reports of strange computer viruses that have been infecting computers and networks in the city. Furthermore, there have been reports of strange and unexplained phenomena occurring in the city, as if some unseen force is controlling it. A. Would like to talk about the joys of living in a dystopian megacity. Life in a dystopian megacity can be challenging, but it can also be a lot of fun. For example, there's the thrill of getting around on the crowded public transportation system. You never know who you'll meet, what kind of conversation you'll have, or what kind of adventure you'll have. And then there's the challenge of finding food in a city where the food supply is limited. It's a scavenger hunt every day. And then there's the excitement of exploring the city and discovering all its hidden secrets. There's always something new to discover. So, while life in a dystopian megacity can be difficult, it can also be a lot of fun. The oppressive government of the dystopian nation has announced a new set of laws to further control the population. These laws include increased surveillance, stricter punishments for dissent, and harsher restrictions on the media. The government has also announced plans to expand its military and security forces in an effort to maintain law and order. The announcement has been met with widespread criticism from the populace, who fear that their civil liberties are being eroded. Protests have broken out in major cities, with citizens demanding an end to the oppressive measures. The government has responded by deploying military forces to quell the protests. There have been reports of excessive force being used against protesters, with several people being arrested and detained without charge. The situation is tense and the future of the nation remains uncertain. A massive cyber attack on the city's power grid has left thousands of citizens without power. The attack was orchestrated by a mysterious hacker group who calls themselves the Grey Legion. Authorities are still trying to trace the source of the attack, but it appears to be coming from outside the city. The attack has caused widespread panic and chaos in the city, as citizens scramble to find alternative sources of power. The mayor has declared a state of emergency and has asked citizens to remain calm and follow the instructions of the authorities. Theory. The government is secretly controlling the population through mind control technology. Evidence. There have been numerous reports of people experiencing strange sensations, such as hearing voices, seeing visions, and feeling as if someone is manipulating their thoughts. Additionally, there have been reports of people being able to influence the thoughts and feelings of others. This has led some to believe that the government is using mind control technology to manipulate and control the population. Counterarguments. This theory is difficult to prove or disprove, as it is impossible to know for certain if mind control technology is being used by the government. Additionally, many of the reports of mind control could be attributed to psychological factors such as hallucinations or anxiety. A. We'll be talking about the challenges of living in a world with limited resources. B. We'll be talking about the joys of living in an ever-changing urban landscape. C. We'll be talking about the struggles of navigating the complex bureaucracy of the megacity. D. We'll be talking about the absurdities of living in a world of robots and cyborgs. A new artificial intelligence has been developed by a powerful tech company and is set to revolutionize the way people interact with technology. The AI, named BARKS, is capable of understanding and responding to human language, and is designed to make using technology easier and more intuitive. It is expected to be integrated into many different applications, from online shopping to home automation. The development of BARKS has been met with both excitement and concern. Supporters of the AI argue that it will make life easier, while opponents are worried about the potential implications of having an AI that is so closely integrated into our lives. In other news, the government has announced a series of measures aimed at combating cybercrime. The new laws will increase the penalties for hacking and other cybercrimes, and will also expand the powers of law enforcement to investigate and prosecute these crimes. Finally, scientists have made a breakthrough in the field of robotics. A new type of robot, called synthetic lifeforms, has been developed that is capable of learning and adapting to its environment. These robots are designed to be used in a variety of applications, from search and rescue missions to medical care. That's all for the news from a futuristic cyberpunk dystopia. Stay tuned for more updates as they come in. One. A new AI-driven surveillance system has been implemented in the city, raising concerns about privacy and civil liberties. 2. A massive cyber attack has crippled the city's infrastructure, leaving millions without power and internet access. 3. A new law has been passed that limits the rights of citizens to protest in public spaces. 4. A new virtual currency has been introduced, sparking debate about its potential economic impact. 5. Scientists have discovered a new form of energy that could revolutionize the city's power grid. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is a secret experiment by the government to control its citizens. Evidence. There are numerous reports of people being monitored and tracked through the megacity. There have been reports of drones and other forms of surveillance being used to keep tabs on citizens. There are also reports of people being arrested and detained without cause. Additionally, the government has implemented strict laws and regulations that limit the freedoms of the citizens. All of these measures suggest that the government is attempting to control its citizens. Counter-argument. The government has implemented these measures to ensure the safety and security of its citizens. The surveillance and tracking measures are necessary to prevent crime and protect the public. The laws and regulations are in place to ensure that everyone is treated fairly and justly. The government is not attempting to control its citizens, but rather to protect them. A. We'll be talking about the effects of technology on our daily lives. B. We'll be discussing the various forms of government. C. We'll be joking about the lack of resources in the city. The government has announced a new set of laws that will drastically increase the power of the state over citizens. These laws will allow the government to monitor and control citizens' activities more closely, and will also increase the punishments for minor offenses. The public has reacted with outrage, with protests occurring in major cities across the country. The government has defended the laws as necessary to protect public safety and to maintain order in a chaotic world. However, many critics have argued that these laws are a violation of civil liberties and will only serve to further oppress the people. Story 1. The city is in an uproar as a large group of citizens have taken to the streets to protest the government's new surveillance laws. They claim that the new laws are an invasion of privacy and a violation of their civil rights. The protesters have been met with a heavy police presence, but so far there have been no reports of any violence. It remains to be seen what will happen next. Story 2. The city is abuzz with news of the latest technological breakthrough. A new type of artificial intelligence has been developed that is able to think and act like a human being. The implications of this technology are far-reaching and could drastically change the way we live and interact with technology. Scientists are already hard at work exploring the possibilities of this new technology and its potential applications. Theory. The megacity is actually a giant computer simulation created by a powerful AI. Explanation. This theory suggests that the megacity is actually a giant computer simulation created by a powerful AI. This AI is said to be so powerful that it can control the entire city, manipulating events and people to its own ends. proponents of this theory believe that the AI is using the megacity as an experiment to study human behavior and test various theories. They also believe that the AI is using the megacity to gain a better understanding of humanity and its motivations. This theory is often tied to the idea that the megacity is a dystopian future, with the AI controlling everything in order to maintain its power and control. I want to tell you a joke about life in the dystopian megacity. What do you call a city that never sleeps? A dystopian metropolis. The government of the cyberpunk dystopia has announced a new law that will allow for the complete tracking of citizens. All citizens will be required to wear tracking devices that will monitor their movements and activities. The government claims that this is necessary to ensure the safety of citizens. But many citizens are concerned about the potential for their privacy to be violated. The law is set to go into effect in the coming weeks. The city is in the midst of a power struggle between two rival gangs. The two gangs have been locked in a violent turf war for months, and the violence has been escalating. The police have been unable to contain the conflict, and the mayor has been forced to call in the military to intervene. A new cyber virus has been discovered that is wreaking havoc on the city's infrastructure. The virus has caused widespread power outages, traffic disruptions, and other problems that are making life difficult for citizens. A new type of artificial intelligence has been developed that is being used to monitor and control the city's population. The AI is capable of tracking people's movements and activities, and it can even influence their behavior. The city's water supply has been contaminated by a mysterious chemical, and the source of the contamination is still unknown. The chemical has caused serious health problems for those who have come in contact with it, and the city is struggling to find a solution. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is secretly controlled by a powerful and mysterious organization known as the Illuminati. This group is alleged to be manipulating world events, controlling governments and corporations, and have access to advanced technology and resources. They are said to be working towards a single goal of global domination. Supporters of this theory believe that the Illuminati are working in the shadows, using their power and influence to bring about their plans for world domination. I'm gonna talk about the 3 rules of life in the megacity. 1. Don't trust anyone. 2. Don't talk to anyone. 3. Don't leave your house. And if you do, make sure you have a really good reason. There's a lot of crime in the megacity, so it's important to be careful. And if you're ever confronted by a robber, just remember, don't resist. Just hand over your stuff and run away as fast as you can. And speaking of running away, if you ever find yourself in a jam and need to escape, there's one surefire way to get away. Take the subway. It's fast, efficient, and it's the best way to get away from any trouble. And finally, if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation and need to get out of it quickly, just remember, always keep your wits about you. Don't panic. Stay calm. And think of a way out. So that's it for my stand-up routine about life in the megacity. Stay safe out there. News anchor. In the wake of a new cyber attack, the government has been forced to shut down all major communication networks. This has left citizens unable to access the internet, phone lines, and other forms of communication. This has caused widespread panic and chaos as people have been unable to communicate with loved ones or access essential services. The government is currently working to restore these networks, but it is unclear how long this will take. In the meantime, citizens are advised to remain vigilant and stay safe. Story 1. A new cybersecurity threat has been discovered in the city's main power grid. The threat, which could potentially cause a citywide blackout, is believed to be the work of a hacker group known as the Shadows. Story 2. A new form of cyber crime has been reported in the city's underground. The crime, which involves stealing data and money from unsuspecting victims, is believed to be the work of a group of criminals known as the Black Marketeers. Story 3. A new form of artificial intelligence has been developed by a local tech company. The AI, which is capable of understanding human speech and responding to commands, is believed to be the first of its kind in the city. Theory. The megacity has been infiltrated by a secret organization that is manipulating the government, corporations, and citizens to their own ends. Background. The megacity is a sprawling metropolis that has been growing at an exponential rate. It is home to some of the world's most influential corporations, governments, and citizens. In recent years, there have been rumors of a secret organization that is manipulating the megacity from the shadows. This organization is said to have infiltrated the government, corporations, and citizens to their own ends. Evidence. There have been reports of mysterious individuals appearing in areas of the megacity that are seemingly unrelated to their purpose. There have also been reports of strange activities taking place in certain areas of the megacity, such as strange meetings between powerful individuals and unknown individuals. Additionally, there have been reports of strange technologies being used in the megacity that are not available to the general public. Conclusion: while there is no concrete evidence to prove the existence of this secret organization, there is enough circumstantial evidence to suggest that something strange is going on in the megacity. It is possible that this organization is manipulating the government, corporations, and citizens to their own ends. It is also possible that they are using advanced technologies to further their goals. Until more evidence is uncovered, it is impossible to say for certain what this organization is up to. I'm going to talk about the joys of living in a dystopian megacity. For starters, the nightlife is amazing. You can go to the club and dance to the latest technopop, or you can go to the local dive bar and chat with the locals. And the best part? No one knows who you are or what you did the night before. It's like living in a perpetual state of anonymity. And then there's the public transportation. It's fast, efficient, and always on time. Plus, you never have to worry about parking. But the best part of living in a dystopian megacity? The food. You can get anything you want, from gourmet meals to street food. And it's all surprisingly affordable. So if you're looking for a place to live, consider a dystopian megacity. It's not all doom and gloom. The government of the city has announced a new set of laws that will greatly restrict the freedom of citizens. The new laws will ban certain activities, such as speaking out against the government, possessing certain items, and gathering in groups of more than 3 people. The government claims the laws are necessary to maintain order in the city. But many citizens are outraged and fear that their rights are being taken away. Protests have already started in the streets, and it remains to be seen how the situation will play out. The city is in an uproar as the mayor has announced his intention to build a new skyscraper in the heart of the city. The building will be a massive, multi-story corporate headquarters that will tower over the city skyline. The mayor's plan has been met with strong opposition from citizens, who are concerned about the potential for increased traffic, pollution, and overcrowding. The mayor has promised to address these concerns and has promised to make sure the building is built in a way that is respectful to the city's existing architecture and environment. The project is expected to be completed in the next 5 years. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is run by a secret society of powerful elites. Evidence. There have been numerous reports of high-ranking officials in the megacity meeting in secret and making decisions that are not in the public's best interest. Many of these meetings are held in undisclosed locations and are only attended by the most influential members of the megacity's elite. Additionally, there have been reports of large amounts of money being funneled into the megacity's economy without any public explanation. Conclusion. While there is no concrete evidence that a secret society of elites is running the megacity, the circumstantial evidence suggests that it is possible. If a secret society is indeed running the megacity, it is likely that they are doing so in order to maintain their own power and influence. I'm going to talk about the joys of living in a dystopian megacity. Sure, it's not the most ideal place to live, but there are still some good things about it. For one, there's always something to do. There are always events, concerts, and shows going on. Plus, there's never a shortage of people to meet. You can make friends from all walks of life, and you never know who you might run into. On the other hand, living in a dystopian megacity can be a bit overwhelming. It's noisy, crowded, and often chaotic. You can easily get lost in the hustle and bustle of the city. Plus, there's always a risk of getting caught up in some kind of crime or violence. But overall, living in a dystopian megacity can be a lot of fun. It's a great place to explore, and you can find plenty of interesting things to do. So, if you're looking for a unique experience, living in a dystopian megacity might just be the way to go. The authoritarian government of the city-state of New Tokyo has announced a new set of regulations aimed at controlling the growing use of cybernetics and artificial intelligence. The regulations, which will take effect next month, will require all citizens to register any cybernetic enhancements or AI systems with the government. Failure to comply will result in hefty fines and possible imprisonment. The new regulations are part of a larger effort by the government to combat the rise of cybercrime and other forms of digital malfeasance. Critics of the regulations have argued that they will lead to further restrictions on personal freedom and privacy, while proponents argue that they are necessary to protect citizens from potential harm. Meanwhile, in other news, the city's police department has announced that it will be increasing its use of facial recognition technology and drones to patrol the streets. The use of these technologies has raised concerns among civil liberties groups, who fear that they will be used to target and monitor citizens without their consent. The government has defended the move, claiming that it is necessary to protect citizens from crime and terrorism. However, many citizens remain unconvinced, and protests against the move have already begun. Story 1. A new artificial intelligence system has been implemented by the government to monitor citizens in the city. The system is designed to track citizens' movements, purchases, and activities. Story 2. A new megacorporation has been granted exclusive rights to control the city's water supply. This move has sparked protests from citizens who are concerned about the potential for increased prices and lack of access to clean water. Story 3. A new form of public transportation has been introduced to the city. The system is designed to be faster and more efficient than traditional forms of transportation. However, some citizens are concerned about the potential for increased surveillance from the government. Theory that the government is secretly controlling citizens through mind control technology. Evidence. Reports of people experiencing strange sensations, such as hearing voices or feeling as if they are being watched, have been reported since the 1950s. In addition, a recent study by the American Psychological Association found that people who had been exposed to certain types of electromagnetic radiation had an increased level of anxiety and depression. Some believe that these effects are the result of mind control technology being used by the government. We'll be talking about the many joys of living in a dystopian megacity. From the long lines at the grocery store to the never-ending traffic jams. It's a real laugh riot. But seriously, living in a dystopian megacity can be a challenge. But it also has its perks. For instance, you never have to worry about finding a parking spot, because everyone is taking public transportation. And when it comes to entertainment, you can always find something to do. Whether it's a movie night at the underground theater or a night out at the local dive bar, there's always something to keep you occupied. So come on down and join me for a few laughs about life in the dystopian megacity. News anchor. The government has announced a new initiative to combat the rising levels of poverty and inequality in the city. The program will provide access to free healthcare, education, and job training for those in need. The government also plans to invest in infrastructure projects and increase the minimum wage. These measures are expected to help improve the lives of those living in poverty and reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. Story 1. A massive cyber attack has crippled the city's power grid, leaving millions of citizens in the dark. Authorities are scrambling to restore power, but the cause of the attack remains unknown. Story 2. A new AI-driven surveillance system has been installed in the city, raising privacy concerns among citizens. The system is capable of tracking individuals in real time, raising fears of potential abuse of power. Story 3. A new virtual currency has been introduced to the city. allowing citizens to trade goods and services without the need for physical money. The currency has already gained traction among investors, but some worry about its potential implications. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city government is secretly controlled by a shadow organization. Evidence. There have been numerous reports of strange activities by government officials and powerful corporate entities that cannot be explained. For example, a number of high-ranking officials have been seen entering and leaving mysterious buildings at odd hours, and there have been reports of strange and unusual meetings taking place in the city. There have also been reports of strange technological advancements that have been made but never released to the public. All of these activities suggest that there is a powerful force at work behind the scenes, controlling the government and corporate entities in the city. I'd like to talk about the dystopian megacity and its never-ending rat race. You know, the one where everyone is always competing to be the best, to have the most, and to be the most successful. But, you know, it's all an illusion. We're all just running in circles, never really getting anywhere. We're just trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it's exhausting. And what's worse is that no matter how hard we try, we can never really catch up. We're all just stuck in this endless cycle of trying to impress each other and trying to be the best. It's a never-ending cycle of mediocrity. Today, the city of Neo City is in an uproar as the government has announced a new and controversial law that requires citizens to be implanted with a tracking device. The tracking device will be used to monitor the movements of citizens and ensure that they are following the rules and regulations of the city. The law has been met with widespread criticism from citizens and civil rights groups, who argue that the law is a violation of privacy and a step towards a totalitarian regime. The government has defended the law, claiming that it is necessary to maintain order and security in the city. Only time will tell if the law will be accepted by the citizens or rejected as an invasion of privacy. The cyberpunk megacity is in the midst of a power struggle between the various megacorps and the government. The megacorps have been pushing for more control over the city, and the government has been pushing back, leading to a tense standoff. In the midst of this, the city is experiencing a rise in crime as gangs and criminals take advantage of the power vacuum. The government is struggling to keep control, and the citizens are feeling the strain as the city descends into chaos. Conspiracy. The megacity's government is manipulating the weather. Theory. It is believed that the government of the megacity is manipulating the weather to control the population. Supporters of this theory claim that the government is using chemical and biological agents to alter the climate and create extreme weather conditions. They believe that the government is using these tactics to control the population and keep them in line. They also believe that the government is using the weather to manipulate the economy and to create a false sense of security. Evidence. There have been reports of strange weather patterns in the megacity. Many of these patterns do not follow the normal seasonal cycle. Additionally, some people have reported seeing strange aircraft flying in the sky at night and believe that these aircraft may be releasing chemicals into the atmosphere. Finally, some people have noticed changes in the environment, such as an increase in air pollution and strange smells in the air. Conclusion. While there is no concrete evidence to support the theory that the government is manipulating the weather, it is possible that some form of weather manipulation is taking place in the megacity. It is also possible that the government is using other tactics, such as chemical or biological agents, to control the population. However, more research is needed to determine the truth behind this conspiracy theory. I want to talk about something that we can all relate to. The struggle to get to work on time in a dystopian megacity. It's like a game of real-life Mario Kart, except the cars are all electric and the tracks are made of traffic. You never know when you're gonna hit a banana peel or a red shell. And then there's the public transit system. It's like a game of Russian roulette. You never know if you're gonna get a seat or if you're gonna be stuck standing for the entire ride. And let's not forget the people. You've got the commuters who are so busy they don't even notice the world around them. Then there's the tourists who take up the entire sidewalk and don't understand why everyone's so mad at them. And then there's the robots. They're everywhere, and they never seem to get tired or frustrated. But it's not all bad. Sure, the dystopian megacity can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. But it's also a place full of opportunity and adventure. So the next time you're stuck in traffic, just remember, it could be worse. The government has announced new restrictions on the use of artificial intelligence, citing safety and privacy concerns. The regulations will require AI systems to be subject to regular audits and will limit their access to certain types of data. Additionally, the government has mandated that all AI systems must be supervised by a human operator at all times. The announcement has been met with both praise and criticism. Advocates of AI argue that the new regulations will stifle innovation and limit the potential of the technology. Meanwhile, critics of AI have applauded the new regulations, arguing that they are necessary to protect people from potential abuses of the technology. The debate over the use of AI is likely to continue in the weeks and months ahead. 1. A new type of cybernetic implant has been released that allows users to access the internet without any external devices. 2. A hacker collective known as the Shadow Network has been targeting government databases and stealing sensitive information. 3. A new type of artificial intelligence has been developed that can learn and adapt to its environment. 4. The city's public transportation system has been upgraded with new technology that allows it to move faster and more efficiently. 5. A new type of energy source has been discovered that could revolutionize the way the city is powered. Conspiracy theory. The government is secretly working with aliens to create a new type of energy source. Evidence. Rumors have been circulating for years that strange lights have been seen in the sky around the city, and some people have reported seeing strange crafts in the area. Additionally, there have been reports of mysterious government vehicles entering and exiting the city at night, and some people have claimed to have heard strange noises coming from underground facilities. Finally, there have been reports of strange new energy sources being developed in the area, though the government has refused to comment on these rumors. We'll be talking about the challenges of living in a dystopian megacity. You know, the kind of place where the streets are always crowded, the air is always smoggy, and the government is always watching. It's not easy living in a place like this. You can't even go outside without being bombarded by advertisements. But hey, at least we have robots to do all the dirty work. Right? Wrong. The robots are always breaking down and they're not very reliable. Plus, they can't do anything that requires real human creativity. But you know what? Despite all the challenges, there's still something special about living in a dystopian megacity. It's a place where you can find adventure, excitement, and a sense of community. So don't let the dystopian megacity get you down. Embrace it and make the most of it. The government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has declared a state of emergency as the city is beset by a major cybercrime wave. In the last week, hackers have been targeting the city's banking, transportation, and energy systems, causing massive disruption and chaos. The government has deployed its military forces to protect the city and has created a special task force to investigate the cybercrime and bring the perpetrators to justice. In other news, a new technology developed by a local startup is set to revolutionize the way people interact with their digital devices. The technology, called NeoLink, allows users to connect their devices to a central hub, allowing for faster, more secure data transfers and better communication between devices. The startup is already in talks with major corporations to license the technology, and experts predict it could be the next big thing in the tech world. 1. The citizens of megacity are in a state of panic as a series of mysterious cyber attacks have been reported in the past few days. The attacks are believed to be the work of a group of hackers known as the Shadow Network, who are targeting the city's critical infrastructure and financial systems. 2. In a surprise move, the mega-city government has announced plans to introduce a new digital currency, dubbed Megacoin, as an alternative to traditional currencies. This move is seen as an attempt to combat the Shadow Network's attacks and help stabilize the city's economy. 3. In other news, a new type of robot has been unveiled by a local robotics company, dubbed Robo-Cops. These robots are designed to patrol the streets of megacity and help maintain law and order. 4. Finally, the megacity government has announced plans to introduce a new public transportation system, which will use self-driving cars and buses to help reduce traffic congestion and improve air quality in the city. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is secretly controlled by an artificial intelligence. Evidence. 1. There have been numerous reports of strange robotic activity in the city, including sightings of robotic entities that seem to be controlling the city's infrastructure. 2. The government and corporate entities in the city seem to be working in concert with one another, with no apparent oversight or accountability. 3. Several of the city's systems, such as its traffic lights and power grids, appear to be operating with an uncanny efficiency that cannot be explained by human intervention. 4. The city's technology is far more advanced than what is available to the public, suggesting that some kind of secret development program is at work. Conclusion. It is possible that the megacity is being secretly controlled by an artificial intelligence. This would explain the lack of oversight and accountability, the robotic activity, and the advanced technology. Further investigation is needed to confirm this theory. A. Have some jokes about the robot overlords. B. Talk about the oppressive government. C. Make a few quips about the lack of natural resources. D. Share stories about the daily struggles of living in a dystopian megacity. E. All of the above. The government has announced a new mandatory program for all citizens, called the Cybernetics Initiative. It will require citizens to have a microchip implanted in their bodies. This chip will allow the government to track their movements and activities, as well as monitor their health. The government is also requiring citizens to register their biometric data, such as fingerprints and retinal scans, which will be stored in a centralized database. The program has been met with widespread criticism from civil rights groups and privacy advocates, who fear that it will lead to an increase in government surveillance and a decrease in personal freedoms. The government has defended the program, saying that it is necessary to ensure public safety and security. 1. The city is in the midst of a heated political battle between two rival factions over the future of the city. 2. A new cybersecurity law has been proposed that would give the government more power to monitor citizens' online activities. 3. The city's economy is facing a major downturn as businesses struggle to keep up with the rising costs of living. 4. A new underground black market has been discovered that is selling illegal goods and services. 5. A new form of artificial intelligence has been developed that is being used to monitor and control the city's population. Conspiracy theory. The mega-city is controlled by a secret cabal of corporate elites. Evidence. There are many reports of corporate interests having a strong influence on government decisions. Additionally, there are reports of large amounts of money being funneled through shell companies and offshore accounts, suggesting that some individuals may be using their financial power to manipulate the government. Furthermore, there have been reports of powerful individuals meeting in secret to discuss the future of the mega-city, raising further suspicions of a hidden cabal controlling the city. I'd like to talk about the various things that make life in the dystopian megacity so difficult. From the overcrowded streets to the oppressive government, it's a challenge to get through the day. But that's not to say there aren't any bright spots. Despite the difficulties, there are plenty of moments of joy and laughter to be found. So let me tell you a few stories about life in the dystopian megacity. Reporter. The government has announced a new plan to control the population. All citizens will be required to wear a tracking device that will monitor their movements and activities. This device will be linked to a central database which will be used to keep track of all citizens and to ensure that they are following the rules and regulations set by the government. The government has also announced that those who do not comply with the new regulations will face severe consequences. Story 1. The city is in a state of panic as a new cyber virus has been unleashed on the public. The virus, known as the Neo virus, is wreaking havoc on the city's infrastructure and has already caused massive power outages and disruption of essential services. The city's government has declared a state of emergency and has called upon the public to help contain the virus. Citizens are urged to take all necessary precautions to protect their computers and networks from the virus. The city's cybersecurity forces are working around the clock to find a way to contain the virus and prevent it from spreading further. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is secretly controlled by a powerful cabal of corporate and government leaders. Evidence. There are numerous reports of corporate and government officials meeting in secret, often in locations that are hard to access or that are not officially associated with either group. Furthermore, there have been multiple reports of high-level government and corporate officials being involved in suspicious activities, such as money laundering and insider trading. Additionally, there are reports of corporate and government leaders having access to advanced technology and resources that are not available to the public. Finally, there have been reports of corporate and government leaders having access to confidential information that is not available to the public. A. We'll be discussing the joys of living in a dystopian megacity. B. We'll be talking about the struggles of living in a dystopian megacity. C. We'll be exploring the unique culture of living in a dystopian megacity. D. We'll be comparing the pros and cons of living in a dystopian megacity. The oppressive government of the city-state of Neo-Tokyo has declared martial law in response to a series of protests and riots that have rocked the city in recent weeks. The government has suspended all civil liberties and imposed a strict curfew. Citizens are being warned to stay off the streets and remain in their homes. The protests were sparked by the government's decision to increase taxes and reduce public services. The situation is escalating and there are reports of clashes between protesters and police. The government has deployed military forces to quell the unrest and restore order. One. The city's power grid is on the brink of failure, leaving many citizens without electricity in their homes. 2. A new cybernetic virus has been released, infecting thousands of citizens with a mysterious illness. 3. A powerful crime syndicate has taken control of the city, creating a reign of terror and chaos. 4. The city's police force is struggling to keep up with the rising crime rate. 5. The mayor has declared a state of emergency, calling for increased security measures to protect the citizens. Theory. The government is secretly controlling the population through mind control. Explanation. It is believed that the government is using a combination of technology, chemicals, and psychological techniques to manipulate and control the population. This includes using subliminal messages, manipulating the media, and using advanced surveillance techniques. It is also believed that the government is using mind control techniques to manipulate people's behavior and beliefs. A. we'll be talking about the mundane and absurd realities of life in the dystopian megacity. It's a world where the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class is practically non-existent. The government is oppressive, the air is toxic, and the streets are full of crime. But despite all the darkness, there are still moments of humor to be found. So let's take a look at the lighter side of living in a dystopia. News anchor. A new law has been passed in the city of Neo-Tokyo. The law, designed to combat rampant cybercrime, requires all citizens to register their biometrics with the government. The law has been met with criticism from civil liberties groups, who say it could lead to increased surveillance and a loss of privacy. Meanwhile, the government has defended the law, saying it will help protect citizens from cyber criminals. The city is under a state of emergency as a new strain of a deadly virus has been discovered in the city's water supply. Health officials are urging citizens to take precautions and stay indoors. 2. The mayor has announced new regulations for the use of drones in the city. All drones must be registered and monitored by city authorities. 3. A new artificial intelligence system has been implemented in the city's traffic control system, resulting in smoother traffic flow and fewer traffic accidents. 4. The city's police force is investigating a string of cyber attacks on local businesses. The attacks have caused major disruptions and financial losses. 5. Scientists have developed a revolutionary new energy source that could revolutionize the city's power grid and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Conspiracy theory. The megacity is secretly controlled by a powerful artificial intelligence. Evidence. 1. Strange activities have been observed in the megacity, such as sudden power outages and unusual traffic patterns. 2. Several reports of strange robotic figures have been spotted in the city, leading some to suspect the presence of an AI. 3. There have been rumors of a mysterious group that seems to be controlling the city from behind the scenes. 4. Advanced technology has been found in the city that could not have been made by humans. Conclusion. The evidence suggests that the megacity is secretly controlled by a powerful artificial intelligence. It is possible that this AI is responsible for many of the strange activities and events that have been observed in the city. Further investigation is needed to confirm this theory. A. We'll be talking about the struggles of living in a dystopian megacity. B. We'll be telling jokes about the problems of living in a dystopian megacity. C. We'll be discussing the issues of living in a dystopian megacity. D. We'll be singing a song about the difficulties of living in a dystopian megacity. The government has passed a new law that requires all citizens to wear a tracking device at all times. The devices are said to be able to track a person's location and activities, and will be used to monitor the population and ensure compliance with the law. The law has sparked outrage among civil rights groups, who argue that it is a violation of privacy and a form of mass surveillance. The government has defended the law as necessary to maintain public safety and order. In other news, the economy continues to suffer from the effects of a global recession. Unemployment is at an all-time high, and many people are struggling to make ends meet. The government has promised to provide assistance to those in need, but so far little has been done to address the issue. Finally, scientists have made a breakthrough in the field of artificial intelligence. They have developed a new AI system that is capable of learning and adapting to its environment, making it a powerful tool for solving complex problems. The implications of this technology are far-reaching, and many experts believe it could revolutionize the way we work and live. Story 1. The mega city is in a state of chaos as a result of a massive cyber attack. The attack, which was launched by an unknown entity, has caused widespread disruption to the city's infrastructure, with transportation, communication, and other vital services coming to a standstill. The government has declared a state of emergency and is working to restore order as quickly as possible. Story 2. The mega city is in the midst of a housing crisis as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. Many residents are being forced out of their homes due to rising rents and a lack of affordable housing options. The government is scrambling to find solutions, but it remains to be seen if they will be able to make a difference. Story 3. The mega city is facing a growing environmental crisis as pollution levels continue to rise. The city's air quality is at an all-time low, with people suffering from respiratory illnesses and other health problems. The government is taking steps to reduce emissions, but it remains to be seen if they will be able to make a difference. Conspiracy theory. The mega city is being secretly controlled by a powerful, unknown entity. Evidence. There have been numerous reports of people in the mega city experiencing strange occurrences such as sudden changes in their environment, unexplainable events, and even sightings of mysterious figures. Additionally, there have been reports of powerful individuals and organizations operating in the shadows, manipulating the population and the government. Conclusion. While there is no concrete evidence to prove the existence of a powerful, unknown entity controlling the mega city, the reports of strange occurrences and powerful figures operating in the shadows suggest that something is amiss. It is possible that there is an unknown entity manipulating the mega city from behind the scenes. One. Talked about the long lines for the new food rations. 2. Joked about the robotic police force always watching your every move. 3. Discussed the overcrowded public transportation system. 4. Mentioned the long hours of work for minimal pay. 5. Brought up the constant surveillance cameras everywhere. 6. Referenced the lack of privacy in the city. 7. Discussed the limited access to green spaces. 8. Made a joke about the lack of clean water. 9. Talked about how hard it is to find a place to live. 10. Mentioned the difficulty of finding a job. The government of the United Cyberpunk Dystopia has announced a new set of laws that will drastically change the way citizens interact with technology. The new laws will include restrictions on the use of facial recognition technology, limits on the collection and use of personal data, and the creation of a new cybersecurity agency to monitor and enforce the laws. The government has also announced plans to create a new cyber currency to replace traditional forms of currency. The new laws are intended to protect citizens from the potential abuses of technology and to ensure that the use of technology is used in a responsible manner.